Alright, hello everybody. I am JBWestside, and in today's video I will be showcasing my week 2 battle of UPA. I am pretty excited for today's battle. If you did not see last week's battle, I'm going to spoil it in 3 seconds. We did manage to pick up a win 3-0, and we are starting off the season pretty strong. So hopefully we can continue this win streak into week 2. If you're new here, hello, I'm JBWestside. And in today's battle, we are facing off against the Atlanta Braviaries, coached by Talyn. Make sure to go check out Talyn's channel. His link will be in the description below, as well as all the other coaches. He is currently in ICP, EWT, and UPA, if I recall correctly, and he is making some pretty cool content over there. So, please go check out him. He is really awesome, and hopefully, though, we can beat him today. Looking at the matchup that we have, it's actually not that bad at all. We have a really solid matchup just in general. I have a few mons that kind of just run through his team, so I'm not really too worried about it. However, for the team builder, I'm still going to go through in detail how my team works and, all that good stuff. Don't really have much else to say for this introductionary part, and I guess I can just start talking about the team, right? Talyn's team, I'm going to list it off, as I always do. His team is Darmanitan-G, Blacephalon, Tangrowth, Araquanid, Zygarde 10, Registeel, Galarian Slowbro, Escavalier, Slurpuff, Sigilyph, or Morpeko. Pretty cool team, very hard hitting and very hard to switch into. But again, just because my matchup alone is not that bad, switching in isn't as hard as it may seem. So that's why, just in this matchup, I know most matchups, a lot of his opponents are going to have a hard time switching into stuff like G-Darm. Blacephalons can be annoying, Zygarde 10 if it's boosted, stuff like that. Things that I'm personally scared of in this matchup is a sub-Flame Charge Blacephalon. Sub-Kommo-os can be pretty scary too, but the speed boost I think is a little bit more scarier. Webs could be annoying. Zygarde 10 has to be played really carefully, but if it is played well, it can beat my team. And finally, a setup Registeel and setup Slurpuff could be annoying. Nothing that I can't handle, but something that might force me to sack a Pokemon or two. Those are the things I'm really scared of. Obviously, G-Darm is still hard to switch into, even with my pretty good answer to it this week. So, stuff I have to watch out for. But otherwise, nothing else on his team is crazy threatening to mine. The good thing with his team is that his removal is not that great. I'm not bringing hazard stacking, but I am bringing rocks. And if you see his first 2 mons, G-Darm and Blacephalon, weak to rocks. So they're either forced to have boots, or he is going to be forced to run Sigilyph or Morpeko, which are both not that threatening. That is a just rundown of Talyn's team. I don't really have too much else to talk about it. I can start talking about the team that I had brought. It was a pretty obvious 6, to be honest. There was a 7th Pokemon I thought about bringing. I am bringing Chandelure, Hippowdon, Lycanroc, Lapras, Noivern, and Jirachi. And I think the only mon I was considering besides these was the Primarina. So, again, pretty easy 6 to pick. You should see the Pokepaste on screen right about now. Our first mon, as I just mentioned, is Chandelure. This is a Choice Scarf set with enough speed to outspeed his entire team, barring any other Scarfers. Dual Stab is all I needed, Overheat for the extra power, and Trick just in case a Cosmic Power Sigilyph shows up, or a Curse Registeel is being really annoying, stuff like that. Dual Stab shreds his team, really hard. There is not a single Pokemon on this entire squad that does not get 2-shot by one of my stabs. And that is, actually Araquanid, besides that mon. I almost forgot about that. But besides Araquanid, there is nothing on this team that really wants to take hits from this thing. And Araquanid's one of those Pokemon that doesn't stay healthy for long usually. So just a little bit of chip, and then Chandelure is going to be claiming kills. I do have to be careful because all of the viable Scarfers on my opponent's team are faster than Chandelure. So something like Darm or Blacephalon, I expect Darm to be Scarf, will outspeed my Chandelure. So I do have to watch out for that. But otherwise, this thing comes in and claims a kill almost every single time, which is just nuts. Hippowdon is our second mon. This has actually got quite a bit of def, so I'm not 2-shot by a non-boost Blacephalon hit. That's not, mind blown or something like that. Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Slack Off. I went Stone Edge because it hit the Araquanid and the Sigilyph pretty hard, and I don't really think Toxic is too useful in this game. It's nice for Tangrowth, but that's the only mon that I would bother Toxicking, right? Sigilyph's not affected. There's a lot of mons not affected on this team. And stuff like the Blacephalon, I'm just going to Earthquake, right? So it doesn't even matter. Rocks are very good because, again, my opponent's removal is not that great, and he's got a lot of rock-weak mons. So he's going to be, again, forced to bring those two or a lot of boots. And I'm cool with both scenarios. Finally, Rocky Helmet is just nice for the physical attackers on my opponent's team. Third is going to be Lycanroc. This is max attack, max speed. This outspeeds something. I don't quite remember what this was. Oh, this was for a Darmanitan that's not Scarf. Or a Morpeko Sigilyph speed tier. And in Sand, I outspeed everything. So that is very nice. Again, pretty rock weak team, so the rock stab is really nice. Joron, and I have Iron Head. I decided for Iron Head because Unburdened Belly Drum to Slurpuff was pretty annoying, and Iron Head should be a guaranteed knockout even after the Citrus Berry, because Slurpuff would be around 75-ish%, you know, minus Sand, minus some other chip. Iron Head should always knock it out. So that's why I decided to do that. This is walled by like Defensive Escavalier, Defensive Steel also handles it, but you saw my first two mons. I'm not too scared of those two Pokemon, to be honest. This is a very good late game cleaner, and that's kind of the goal for Lycanroc, to be in Sand and clean up. Fourth is going to be our Darm answer, sort of. It's Lapras. Almost max HP, a lot of defense, and a little bit of speed def for the same reasoning as Hippo. Takes any 2 hits that's not boosted and not mind blown from the Blacephalon. Surf, Freeze Dry, Body Pressure, Roar. Roar is just in case of any setup I didn't really think of in my head. I was thinking about some other moves and I didn't really need anything. Freeze Dry is good for the Arachnid, so I'm not hard-walled by it. In fact, I always switch into it. Surf is just good stab, and Body Press is just extra coverage for my team. That's really nice. This is going to be used pretty early in the game because I expect Darm and stuff like Registeel to be used early. Same with the Arachnid. So Lapras can just kind of pivot in on these and deal with them quite easily. Water Absorber is nice, and again, Darm locking into Rock Slide or Superpower is really kind of inconvenient for my opponent, and any other move I'm not too scared of, so kind of like, you know, my soft answer to that mon. Fifth is going to be Noivern. This is a lot of speed to outspeed the Zygarde. Draco Meteor, Hurricane, Super Fang, and Defog. Defog is not really for rocks, it's more for webs, as Chandelure under webs is really crippled. Lycanroc doesn't want to be taking webs. Rocks aren't really a big deal considering Lapras's boots, so I felt like having Defog was necessary. Frisk, because only like Blacephalon I'm scared of having a sub up. Everything else isn't that scary. Dual Stab is really good except for the Registeel. That's why I have Super Fang. Doing half damage to that would be really nice. Otherwise, I do just spam attacks with this thing, and it is very nice. I am going to be using it a little bit more offensively in this game compared to last week, but I can still switch into stuff like the Tangrowth. Finally, we have a support Jirachi that is very fast. This outspeeds Darm that's not Scarf. I actually have Wish Protect and U-Turn. U-Turn, as it's more used as a pivot this week, kind of like Noivern last week. They sort of switched roles, ironically. Protect, I just thought was a really good bring because A, Wish passing, I wish to myself. B, I can scout for Darm what move it's going to be locked into, and any other moves if there's any other choice items on this team. And I didn't really need the coverage. Fire Punch was nice, I guess, for stuff like a Scavalier and Reggie, but it wasn't a crazy big deal, to be honest, and I can always pivot out on them. Otherwise, a support mon, not the most important mon on the team, but it can have its role in this game. Otherwise, that's going to wrap it up for this team. Hopefully, Lapras can put in a bunch of work. I'm shocked I'm bringing it week 2, considering I almost just didn't pick up Lapras on this team. But I like this matchup here, and I feel like it's going to put in work. Lycanroc, and I think Chandelure is going to pick up so many kills here. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the team builder, and I hope you enjoy the battle that we are going to get into now. Okay, it did work. So good luck, have fun to my opponent, Talyn. We had some small issues, not big issues, just something a little bit annoying there at the beginning, but it's all good. No Sigilyph. There is a Slurpuff. I did actually expect that too. No Registeel is really nice. No Escavalier, no Slowbro, no Arachnid. Is that what that is? Yeah. Sick. Okay, I'm actually quite cool with this. A lot of what I expected, but like a few things shocking, like Morpeko I didn't really expect to come, to be honest, but you know, it's here. Let's not cross it out because it's here. In terms of lead, I don't have as confident as a lead as I did last week, so I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm going to be doing yet. I think Jirachi's fine though. Maybe expecting like a Slurpuff lead or something. We'll do that. I will be a little bit annoyed if it's like a Blacephalon lead, but we'll just deal with it when we get there. Yeah, Blacephalon is the only lead that's really bad for me in this scenario. Let me spend a little more time crossing out more stuff while I'm here. But yeah, Chandelure looks really good here, and hopefully I can make that into a win con. And that's enough for now. Again, good luck, have fun to Talyn. In chronological order, I actually battled Kurt first, so I'm not going to be spoiling that game, but I will say that was happened yesterday, and I was not feeling confident, so hopefully we get our mojo back in this game a little bit, because I just was feeling a little on edge in that one. So I think I got everything. So the only bad lead is Blacephalon. I have not been getting leads right recently, so I'm hoping that's not Blacephalon. Okay, it's Darm, that's cool. And I'm going to protect. I have it for this thing, and if it's Scarf, or it's going to be like Choice Lock because of its ability, right? If they hard switch into Blacephalon, you know, good play. But I want to see what they lock into here. That's why I have this move, and just, you know, catch my wish, right? I protect. We'll see what they want to do here. They're going to click Earthquake. Okay. So I don't want to stay in on that. I'm going to go into Noivern, I think. Yeah. It's pretty predictable, but, you know, it's the play I gotta make, right? I don't want to stay in and tank on Earthquake from this thing. They could go out in a Slurpuff that way, but it's fine. Slurpuff. Yeah, they do. So, smart play. I do not have U-turn on my Noivern, so I'm going to have to go into... I might just go back on the Jirachi, to be honest. I feel like this is going to be Sticky Webs, as it's Assault Vest, so it's not Sticky Webs. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe I go Hippo, but I think Jirachi's a little bit better first, just to scout out what they're going to do. And Assault Vest is very interesting. Was not expecting that. As they're going to go for Dazzling Gleam, so this should do nothing. And I can fire off an Iron Head. I might U-turn, though. What do they got? I think U-turn's actually a little bit better. They are special, so that's good to know. If they stay in, then that kind of sucks for me, because I don't have... Well, I still have Lapras, I can switch in. They do switch out, though, so I do make the play. They're going to go into this... I'm sure this is Blacephalon. Yeah, so U-turn was definitely correct there. And I can go into kind of anything here. What I go into is definitely the question, though. I think I'm going to Hippo and get Rocks, or go into Lapras, and I think Lapras is actually a little bit better against this thing. Let's do that, because I want to save Hippo's health for a little bit later. And I'm going to fire off a Surf. They are leftovers. Okay, that's good to know. But I'm still going to fire off a Surf. And it will do some damage. They should never two-shot me because they are leftovers. I have investment for that. And this Lapras is here just to kind of spread some damage early on. They don't have a great switch into this. They have Slurpuff. That's fine. Any damage on this is pretty decent for me. As this probably won't do too much because it's Assault Vest. But, you know, damage is damage. That's something. I think I just go back out into Jirachi now. Or I could switch it up. Let me stay in once and Surf and see what they want to do again. I'd rather just do that. I don't mind taking a little bit of chip on this thing. They probably have T-Bolt, but it's fine. I'm not too scared of it, to be honest. And when I get this thing chipped down, it doesn't get health back. So it might have Draining Kiss, I guess, but it's not really that scary. They don't have any Wish users, so yeah. They switch out, actually. I hope they go into Blacephalon. They go into Coldra. That is the Darm, right? Alright, so I'm going to get a nice Surf off here. Let me see. That does a lot, actually. I don't think Darm can knock me out in one hit, so I'm going to just stay in, right? And I'm going to Body Press this thing. It probably knocks it out from this range, to be honest. They're going to U-turn, so it'll do some damage. It does quite a bit. I go down to 177. That looks Scarf. I don't think that's banded, to be honest. And they could go out into Slurpuff, I guess. I don't know. I actually don't know what they do here. Maybe Tangrowth? Because I wouldn't really be clicked. They go back out into this. That's fine. And I think this time I go out into Jirachi. So this will do kind of like nothing. Yeah. And, yeah, I'll go into Jirachi now. Because I don't think they'll click Flamethrower. If they do, good play. Not really the biggest deal for me, though. Jirachi's health isn't crazy important. It's nice, but not, you know, not needed. They go for Energy Ball, so I'm glad I switched that time. And I could U-turn again. I think I might just Iron Head this time. Or I could Wish. Let me actually Wish. I am revealing my set, but it's fine, so I'm glad I didn't U-turn there for that reason. And they're going to know my whole set. They go for D-Gleam, so they might not even have Flamethrower on the set. D-Gleam, Energy Ball, that's all I think we've seen so far. And now I can fire off a U-turn, I think. We'll do that, yeah. So they switch out. They're going to go out into Darm again. Alright, that's fine. And I'm going to get some nice damage off on this thing. It'll be below half. And I could just go out into Lycanroc at this point. And fire off my priority attack. Which, they have Tangrowth in the back, which is true. But I could also just go out into my Lapras and get my health back. Because Tangrowth's not really an issue. So let's actually do that play. And I can just throw off... I could just Surf, honestly. So yeah, we'll get all that back, which is really nice. And I will just fire off a Surf this time. I don't need Body Press's extra damage. And they U-turn again, and if they go on the Slurpuff, it'll do a little bit more. If they go out into Tangrowth, I just go into Jirachi. Plays a little bit of a longer game that way, but it's okay. I believe that Darm is just 100% Scarf. That's good, because Blacephalon is not Scarf, and Chandelure is going to have a field day against this team in a second. I just need a little bit more chip on the Slurpuff before I can confidently start claiming lives with Chandelure. So that's kind of the game plan there. They go out into Slurpuff. Alright, so I'm going to go for Surf. It's going to do some damage. And I just go back out into Jirachi. Same thing. Or I could stay in and take a hit again. So we are slowly but surely chipping at this thing. I want to see... Nah, let's just go Jirachi. It's always just a good play. And even if they go into the Clown, it's fine. A little bit annoying, but, you know, it's fine. They go for Surf, so they don't have Flamethrower on the set. I could have stayed in and got my health back, to be honest. So I think I just Wish again. I'm being very annoying, but it's kind of fine here, to be honest. So I Wish. If they go into Clown, I get a free switch into Lapras. If they go out into anything else, Jirachi kind of beats it. More Pico, I go with Hippo. Like, nothing's really too scary here. You go into Clown, okay. So now I'm going to hard switch into Lapras, actually. So I can catch the Wish and then fire off some Surfs. This thing could be Substitute, which could be a little bit scary, I won't lie. But, it's fine. And Jirachi is still very healthy. So I go out into Lapras, and we'll be nice and dandy. So it could be like Sub, Flame Charge, Dual Stab. That was the set I was most scared of, I will be honest. There weren't many things I was crazy scared of. This set was one of them. A Belly Drum Slurpuff was a little bit scary, but I obviously know it's not that now. And I'm just going to fire off a Surf. Yeah, this is where I kind of wish I was Infiltrator. but the fact that I know that's Assault Vest Slurpuff was really good information. So yes, they do get a free hit off on me now, but they never two-shot me. They Flamethrower. Okay, they still should never two-shot me. No, not okay. Yeah, good. So I surf and break this thing sub. I'm gonna surf again. Like I just want to get some damage on this thing. So we'll just do all that, and we'll be good. I don't know really what to say. Just kind of rinse and repeat cycle here. I have to go on a Slurpuff again. I know it'll do nothing, but it is just more chip and chip I get on it. They withdraw. Probably going back on a Slurpuff. Maybe Tangrowth. That's Tangrowth. I could tell by the nickname. Now, if this is Assault Vest, which maybe we'll be able to tell here, that does not look Assault Vest. That is Leftovers. Freeze Shot still doesn't kill, of course. I could just stay in and still fire off the attack. Honestly, though, I think Jirachi is... I kind of want to Freeze Dry. Lapras it's nice, but it's not crazy important. It's still kind of nice, actually. Let me go Jirachi and U-turn. If they knock off my Leftovers, it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I feel like that's what they're going to do here, is just knock off. But what I can do is U-turn. Oh, they actually withdraw. Back out into Clown. Oh, they go out into this. This is fine. I'm going to U-turn. I don't want Blacephalon coming out. That's just the one thing I don't want happening. So I will... Or, you know, I can just wish. I just wish. Because if it comes out, I go back out on Lapras. Same thing. And Lapras will get its health back. So not really... This is not really the play style I was expecting this game to go. I will be honest, I was expecting a little bit more of an offensive, brawly type of game. But this is definitely more of a laid-back, rely on Jirachi type of thing. Because I am whittling down this team little by little. Darm is low. This Slurpuff cannot get this health back. And I just need to find myself in a position where I can get, what's it called back in? An offensive Mont in. So I wish here. Now I want to U-turn. I think I just U-turn into Noivern because I don't need my boots. So that's what I'll do. I don't need the wish on Jirachi, and then I can fire off an offensive, attack finally in this game. So now I go Noivern. I already know it's Leftover, so Frisk doesn't really mean anything here. But I don't need my item, and I think Hurricane's always the play. I could drop a Draco, but I think Hurricane's just better. Yeah, looking at what they got. They Sleep Powder. Okay, that's bad. Well, the good thing is they can't put anything else to sleep, but bad because they have my Noivern asleep, and that's not the Mon I wanted to be knocked. So, not really good. I think I just stay in and burn a turn, though, because I'm not really scared of the Slurpuff coming in. They actually just stay in, that's fine. Do they have Leech Seed? They have Knock. Okay, again, I don't really care about that. It does a little bit more than I would have liked, but still not a big deal. And I'm just going to try and fire off a Hurricane still. I don't really see an issue with this play here. I'm sure they're going to switch at some point. They switch now. Hopefully I can wake up and get a hit off on... What's this going to be? That's Zygarde. Ooh, maybe waking up on this would be real nice. I am asleep. I think this is where I go into Hippo now and use Hippo. I could just stay in trying to wake up. I don't think that's a smart play. Let's go Hippo. The only problem is if they're Coil. Dragon Dance isn't scary. Coil is. So that is something I have to watch out for. I don't have Whirlwind on this set, as they are Stone Edge. That does nothing. Okay, awesome. I'm going to get my rocks up against this. That might be Bandit. That did a lot. It's Life Orb. Okay. As I'm going to get my rocks up and start, you know, pressuring things a little bit, because he is switching around a lot. And once these go up, only Morpeko has Spin. So, and Morpeko is not a threat. Not really worried about it. So this is a really good turn for me. It makes it to where Blacephalon is not nearly as big of a threat, as they're just going to DD. Okay. So I'm going to Earthquake now. And get some damage on this. The fact that they're whatever is really nice though. Life Orb. So I Earthquake here. They're going to chunk me down really hard with Outrage probably. But I am cool with this exchange. I got my rocks up. Earthquake's not going to knock this out, but it's going to put in range of anything, really. And we'll be kind of set in suit. So yeah, they Outrage. I'm not really shocked about that. I have Rocky Helmet. I should live this hit. I do. And let's see here. I Earthquake. A Slack Off probably would have been better there, but it's fine. This will do a lot. As it actually just knocks him out. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I don't know the calc fully, like, in my head. But I know if that didn't knock it out, like, Life Orb could have. Any attack from Lycanroc would have. So, worst scenario was that I lose my Hippo there. I have to be really careful with the Clown. I just can't let Blacephalon get a speed boost. That's all. This thing comes out. That's fine. I'm going to switch out. And go out into Noivern, I think. Or I could go Jirachi, but I think Noivern's a little better. Noivern's not nearly as important because the Zygarde's gone now. So Noivern's, like, you know, it's here. I kind of wish I had Roost on the set, but it's fine. There's nothing he can Leech Seed, okay. And what I think I'm going to do here is actually switch out into Jirachi. Because I don't think they knock here. I feel like they just go with a Slurpuff if anything. So, yeah. So I'm going to go into Jirachi. If they Sand, you know, annoying, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. So we'll do that. So we're in a really good spot right here. Zygarde's gone, which just makes my life easy. And Chandelure, once I get Chandelure in, it's just going to be not lights out, but almost lights out. Flamethrower is so free. I see a Slurpuff coming in here. Yeah. Okay, so good. We make the right play. They're going to take Rocks and Sand, and they get nothing out of it. And I do the same thing. Wish up. And I will, yeah, they're just not in a good spot right here. I will say, again, without spoiling tomorrow's game, that I am feeling a lot better with how I'm playing in this game than I was in the last game. So I'm getting my mojo back, which is something I just wanted to see. And here, they have Surf, so I kind of just went Iron Head. Let me Iron Head. I don't care. Since there's Rocks up, Blacephalon coming in isn't nearly as big of a deal now. As they just stay in, yeah. So I'm really glad I did that. And they're going to lose their Slowpoke big. That is... If I don't... As long as Blacephalon does not get a speed boost, this game is kind of just over. And Rocks are up, so that's just really nice. Let me see how much Jirachi's taking from Blacephalon. Oh, Morpeko actually comes out. I think I just U-turn on this. Do I need Jirachi's health? I really don't think I do. No. If they're Scarf, I'll know, because I am faster. I am, yeah. So this is going to do like 60%. They're actually Boots, I just saw. So they might spin. Do I have a Ghost type? I do, but I don't want to switch in Chandelure on this thing. That's a nutty play. I think I just go into my Hippowdon and get my Sand back up. Now, Hippowdon is low, which is a little bit of an issue, because if this has Seed Bomb, then I'm not enjoying it. As they Rapid Spin, yeah, I did expect that. I have Helmet, which is nice. They are going to get a Speed Boost, and they're going to take some Sand Chip. I don't need Sand at this point for Lycanroc, so I can sack this freely. I might just throw him up again. Yeah, let me throw him up again. That's a smarter play. They Aura Wheel. This probably kills just because I'm so low. Yeah, it does. Alright, good play. They are very fast now. But it doesn't matter. Lycanroc comes in and it's all Rocks. It only sucks because I don't get my whatever back. My What am I trying to say? My rock's back up, but it's not a big deal. Because Lycanroc beats everything minus Tangrowth. And I still have a Jirachi for that tank. I still have all the pieces I need for it. I am faster, but Solrock is still the play here. Because nothing I do is going to touch the Tangrowth, as that's probably what comes in. Yeah. So my goal at this point is just to get this whittled down. Which is hard, because it's a Tangrowth, of course. But it's doable. Definitely doable. And I'm going to switch out. Of course I need this. This is very important. And I go out into, I think, Noivern. Because I think I wake up the next turn and Hurricane's free. Even Draco's free, but I think Hurricane's just better, even though I have a chance to miss. As a lead sheet. Okay, so if I went Chandelure there, I gotta kill. Well, no, because Blacephalon switches into a fire move. Now, what do they switch in now? I'm not sure exactly. I think I go Jirachi. No. I think this time I stay in and just Hurricane. Yeah, we'll do that. Because I don't want to switch into Jirachi and they go Blacephalon. That's not a situation I want to be in. I wake up, I go for Hurricane. Hopefully I hit. I do. This will do a lot. Oh my gosh, it straight up knocks out. Wow, okay, that's dead. Yeah, Lycanroc wins. Yeah. I still gotta be a little bit careful. I don't want to let Blacephalon get a speed boost. If it comes in, I Draco. If anything else comes in, they go out into this. Okay. I actually want to keep this around. And I kind of like Lapras' health still, to be honest. Actually, no. What do? I just sack that. I just sack this. I don't need to. I don't need to risk this because they kill me, and they U-turn. That's smart. Does that kill? I feel like it. Okay, it does actually. Okay, it's crit. That might have mattered, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. I go out into Lycanroc, and Lycanroc kills everything. So yeah, that should be the game. I'm really glad. I do feel like I played this well. Again, not exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking that this game would go like Chandelure comes in, gets a kill. Chandelure comes in, gets a kill. Chandelure's not even gonna hit the field. So I go into Lycanroc and pick up my kills. I don't see a world where that doesn't happen. So yeah, we'll just do that. I won't say anything yet until it happens. You know, crazy things can happen in games. But Solrock picks off everything at this point. And, yeah, we're playing well. No, trying to feel like Slurpuff was a really good bring. It definitely forced me to use Jirachi a lot more than I thought I was going to. And it forced me to kind of play that way. Fortunately for me, I was just able to, you know, keep Jirachi really healthy throughout this game. And the ability to Wish Pass into the Lapras, which I also thought was a pretty good bring on my part, made my life just easier. They go into this, I Solrock this, and it should die. Let me calc to make sure I'm not going crazy. You know, I don't need to. It's going to die. And Lycanroc's going to pick up 3 kills in this game, I think. It's going to kill this, Blacephalon or Pico. Jirachi killed Slurpuff. Hippo killed Zygarde. And Noivern killed Tangrowth, so sick. One thing that's cool to note that something that I'm not sure if everybody knows is that Hurricane is only 50% accurate in Sun. In Sand, it is still 70%. So, you know, I'm not a big fan of Hurricane, but it wasn't 50. It's definitely 70. This thing's a little bit higher than I thought, but it's not going to matter. They cannot get a speed boost on me and kill me at the same time. So, yeah, they just die. So, GG to Talyn. Thank you for the battle. I had fun with this one. Make sure to go check out his channel. His link will be in the description below. I always enjoy watching his content. We went 4-0, and we're going to move up to 2-0 on the season. Having a good start here. I felt like we played last week pretty well, despite the rough start to that game. And this game, I felt like we just, you know, played well as a whole. So again, GG's to Talyn. Thank you. And next week, I think we face Lukas, but I'm not positive. You guys will see next week anyway. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in week 3.